Hey, I'm Colton. I'm a filmmaker in Austin, Texas, and this is the Threaded series. One of the biggest pain points as a filmmaker is having an idea and then working to make that concept come through powerfully on screen. Your viewers may go in with different expectations or understandings or perspectives, and our job is to give them an experience, take them in on the front end, show them the story, and let them interpret it the way that they see fit. That's really difficult to do when it comes to documentary filmmaking. You have a real person with real struggles and a real story, and you can't nitpick that around. You have to tell it the way it is, and you can do it in a way that pushes forth an idea that you believe in and that you care about. My very first project of this series was with Megan Duncan. I knew that I felt strongly about social media and how it impacts a creative's workflow. When I go to create, I always have the thing in the back of my head of, is this going to perform on social media? Am I doing this for myself, or am I doing it for the people watching it? Would I be doing this if no one else was watching? And she dives right into that, unpacking of her experiences. She's going to try to live this dream lifestyle that she's thought of for years. And once she's there, she feels this crazy burden because she's trying to create not for herself anymore. I wanted that to set the stage so that she could build upon that and tell us how she's dealing with those thoughts. To do this, I knew it had to be a banger intro.
Magnetic. The pull to this place. I had it before I ever tasted its salty air. Where ridges of earth rise from the depths of the sea.
I did the most pre-production planning I think I've done for a 30-second sequence in my life. My notebook says everything. It looks like a crazy person got in there, and I don't think it makes sense to anyone else. I'm sorry to the whole crew that I sent pictures of this to, because I know there was no understanding until I told them in person. As you can see, it just helped me to get my ideas on paper, and it may have been jumbled. It may have been 2% of what actually came to be, but it was such a cool process getting those out, working through it, refining it, and then finally seeing it come together, and now it's in the final video. Another new element for me on this was working with a little bit more of a team. I was able to have my good friend Major be a shooter with me. He helped with ideas, camera operation, and I could not have done it without him, because you're sharing the burden, you're sharing the workload, you're bouncing ideas back and forth between one another. It's not just one mind that's attacking this situation. And it also helps your subject feel more comfortable. So it was not just me drilling Megan with questions, it was me and Major and our producer Nani, and it just made it a better experience for everyone involved, especially Megan being this subject that could just be friends with all of us and have conversations that were then translated into the package of a film. Something I want to hammer home is be scrappy. This wouldn't have happened if we made sure that everything was perfect beforehand, throughout it, or afterwards. Just go make it happen. I love learning in this way. Sometimes I question myself if it's worth doing something if it's not the perfect plan or the perfect execution, but things will not happen if you don't do them without them being perfect. I'm infamous for wanting to have all of my lighting with me, but I kept it really small. Cinema lens set, one small tube light, and 2 cameras. That was all we had. And we made it work. Nothing was the best lit I've ever seen, but working with natural light is enough, and you can do a lot with it. The interview was definitely the most difficult, and in fact, I didn't even like the A angle that we used. I barely used that in the final film. I really relied on my B cam, and sometimes things happen like that. You just have to figure it out in the editing process. It is not my favorite piece that I've ever made, but I am excited to submit it. I'm excited to get feedback. My absolute favorite part about these projects is the experiences that we have along the way and the people that we get to meet and interact with as we make them. I just want to hammer that home. That's why I do this. It's Yes, filmmaking is amazing. I love beautiful visuals, but interacting with people who are truly passionate about the lifestyles that they're living is, first off, the biggest payoff that you could ever have. Just being in their presence, seeing their joy, their pursuit, what gets them going, what gets them stoked up about life, like that is so valuable. And another thing is the experiences. I mean, I got to swim with sharks for the first time, and maybe the last time, who knows, but the things that we get to do while we're chasing these epic shots or these epic stories, it keeps me coming back, and I'm just thankful that I get to do it. I want to keep pushing to do it more, and I want to do it with new people. My original plan with this series was to have something every single month. I don't know how I thought that was possible. It may not be next month, but I will be back to share our next project, whatever it may be. So I'm excited to see you then. Stay rad.